Okay, so because there's basically no end in sight for the distance learning thing for school, I've decided that I'm going to start posting stuff because a lot of my Cattaraugus Little Valley kids have me on Instagram. So I figured this was easier than trying to connect everybody for a Zoom chat, and maybe somewhere along the lines they'd pick up some information about agriculture. So the first thing is that I started another batch of hatching eggs, the ones that I had in my classroom from before the shutdown. We did have some issues with the incubator before the shutdown, and then of course after the shutdown I had to bring the incubator home, which wasn't a problem because my truck does have an outlet, so I was able to plug it in during the half-hour drive home, but only 3 of them ended up hatching. So I just started another batch of eggs. It looks like from what the thermometer reads that it's a little bit low. The humidity is a tad high, so I've got to adjust that a little bit. But you see that I have put eggs in. I have a ton of different breeds, and then they're all housed together, so these are actually going to be barnyard mixed chicks, but you can tell that different breeds lay different shades of eggs. So I guess for those of you that don't know, the humidity does have to stay at a certain level throughout the incubation process, and then it also has to be raised when they start to hatch out, which is why I have a sponge in here, and that actually reminds me, well, the sponge is saturated in water to raise the humidity level, but there's also channels in the bottom of the incubator that I have to put water in. I forgot to put water in them, so I will do that after I get done doing this. So different breeds lay different colors of eggs. This pink shaded one right here, I think that's from a Lavender Orpington. I found that they lay the lighter shades of eggs. Like I previously mentioned, you have Easter eggers. This dark brown one here, that I think is a black or blue copper Morans. The smaller ones I think are Egyptian Fiumis. It looks a little too big for Silky. And then obviously the white leghorns lay the white eggs. And contrary to popular belief, the color of the egg does not give significance to the nutrition value of the egg. The eggs really all have the same nutrition value. The only difference would be obviously the size of the egg. Depending on how large the yolks are would kind of tell you how many calories would be in the egg. Some people commonly have a misconception that brown eggs are healthier, and that's definitely, as long as chickens are fed the same diet, they have the same nutritional value to them. And I know it's hard to see because of the screen in this window, but this is my view of my backyard currently. The hens and roosters just kind of, once we let them out, peruse the backyard, and they kind of dig and scratch wherever, which is why I can't ever become emotionally attached to my landscape, because chickens, if you don't know anything about them, they love to scratch and dig and ruin anything that you hold dear. I do have one guinea hen. He is right here walking away. He is my dumb child. My guinea hens are not smart. We had 3 last year. We now have 1 because they decided that they were going to go take a walk in Route 242 and 2 hit by cars. So guinea hens are supposedly known for eating ticks and tick eggs. I just have them because they were a failed experiment from school. He's actually over here right now. They kind of look like little footballs with feet and head. But I didn't do the calculations a few years ago when I set them in the incubator, and guinea hens actually take 28 days to hatch out. So the incubator came home. When they hatched out, they got stuck in with my meat chickens, and the guinea hens never left. And this is why I hate my guinea hen, because he will... That's a male, by the way. They make different sounds. That's how you can tell male versus female. But he loves to stand on my back deck porch, and especially during nap time, and make that annoying, obnoxious sound. So we have Sophie trained that when she hears that, she gets put on high alert and she's ready to go chase him as soon as we open the door, so that he goes and flies in the backyard. And that is where the baby is napping, so this is why this is a problem. They're also known for being alarms when there are strange things on your property. They make that obnoxious sound, which is thought to scare away predators. Personally, I think it attracts them. The small ruminants are not very happy with me right now. I had to pull some fecal samples from the lambs, so naturally everyone in the barn got very angry with me. The type of sheep that we have, being hair sheep and Katahdin Dorper crosses, they're actually known for their parasite resistance and ability to live with parasites and not have it completely break down their body, unlike some breeds that need to be dewormed every couple of months. Normally when we have lambs, they're out on pasture, so they're not in this type of contained environment that you see here, though it gets cleaned every week or two. This is more of a dry lot type of containment because the sheep aren't outside. When they're out on pasture, we can rotate them more often so that they're less exposed to the parasite eggs when they deposit them or poop them out, basically. My problem children in this scenario are the goats because they're not parasite resistant, and with not having to deworm the sheep, they actually need to be dewormed more often. Just in case anyone thinks that I'm ever joking about this stupid thing. Yep. He's on my front porch.